Hey, ISF Board of Directors. I know this is kind of a unique way for me to come to bring a message to you, but I thought, this is much more fun than a long, boring email. So I just want to share with you something that God has laid on my heart. I don't think I have to tell you any more than you already know that ISF is on the precipice of some of the most incredible growth we've experienced in the history of ISF in all 27 years. We are sitting on the edge of the largest year, probably in the history of ISF next year. We're looking to mobilize probably 3 to 4, maybe even more, 100 volunteers to the Olympics. We're going to be handling all the Southern Baptist volunteers for the IMB, so that's going to add to our numbers. That's on top of the normal 12 to 15 projects that we're going to be doing also, other sports-related projects around the world. And we're in a situation right now where I know we've talked about in the board meeting about doing a fundraiser, maybe having a business luncheon, finding a sports personality or something like that for us to use to raise some support. But here's the thing. We are sitting on the precipice of this growth. We need to do several things right now. Number one, we need to get some administrative assistant in place. We've already found the gal. She's ready to come on board. Right now, we're planning to utilize some of the admin fees from the Olympics to pay her salary, but we need to bring her now. And obviously, those funds aren't starting to come in yet. We need to ramp up for our volunteer recruiting season, which is all throughout the fall. We need to be able to mobilize our staff to get around the country. We need to have a staff retreat so that we can get all of our ducks in a row. We just have a lot of things that are going to require some funds that we just simply don't have right now. And so what I thought was, I was driving home a few weeks ago, just really burdened about kind of where we are. It's so exciting, but yet so frightening when I look at our finances at the exact same time. And so I just started thinking about through like the mountain climb and the bike ride across America and some of the other things that we've done to raise funds. And the mountain climb was very exciting. We had 26 people, or 24 people, I think eventually, 24 people that all raised $10,000 a piece to go on this mountain climb. And then it was just something that when somebody tells you they're going to go climb a mountain, you feel compelled to act. You feel compelled to support them. And that's what happened. They got a lot of support from a lot of different people. And then when I did the bike ride, it was kind of the same thing. People were compelled to support me. A lot of things were happening at that time. I had just lost my mother. I was going to do this incredible thing, riding a bicycle across America, and people felt compelled to support that. And so as I was driving and praying a few weeks ago, I just thought, it really wasn't about the mountain, and it really wasn't about a bicycle. It was about the challenge of something that inspired people to act. Because until you tell them you're going to go climb a mountain, you're just talking to somebody and saying, hey, I'm with this organization. We could really use some money. Would you like to support us? But when you say, hey, I'm going to go climb a mountain and all of us have been challenged to raise $10,000, can you help me reach my goal? That's a whole different conversation. And so as I was driving, I thought to myself, we just need to start the conversation. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The board of directors that we have in place right now is undoubtedly the strongest group of board members we have had in the history of ISF. You guys are literally the dream team for a board of directors. And so we've got athletes, we've got parents of athletes, we've got former athletes, we've got people who played baseball with John Kelso in middle school, which is a huge plus. But we've got so many people, so many of you are involved at so many different levels. You're thinkers, you're dreamers, you're people that are excited about what God's doing at ISF. That's exactly who I need on the board of directors. That's exactly who we want giving direction to this organization. And so I thought, if you guys are out there just talking about ISF, but you don't have really anything compelling you to act or calling people to act on your behalf, I thought, as an athlete, as a woman, you just say the words, I challenge you, and whatever that blank is, I'm going to listen because I love a challenge. I love to be challenged. I love to be pushed. I love to push myself. I love to be stretched and grown. I love to be better then than I am now. And so I thought, what could we do as a board of directors? And I thought, if somebody just said, Cheryl, I challenge you to raise $10,000 in the next 30 days, I would accept that challenge, and that would compel me to act. And it would also give me a reason to start a conversation with people who have supported ISF in the past, because I can now say, guys, I've been challenged to raise $10,000. And suddenly that changes my cup of coffee with someone who supported ISF in the past. We've got something to talk about and something to be excited about, because ISF is growing and doing so much. This is awesome. And so as I was driving along, I thought, maybe that's all I need to do. Because I know we're all busy, and I know nobody's sitting around so excited of the thought of planning and organizing and dragging your friends to a business luncheon or a banquet or whatever it is that we're going to come up with. I still think we need to do that. I think we need to look long term. Ed and I are already looking at grant proposals and grant writing assistance companies and organizations that can help us in our grant writing, but that's all very long term, and it's going to dovetail with what we're trying to do now beautifully for our future. But what we're talking about is what we need right now. So I got to thinking, what if I developed a founder's challenge? The founder of International Sports Federation challenging. I'm going to challenge myself to raise $10,000, and I'm going to challenge my board of directors to raise $10,000 each between July 25th and August 25th of 2019 to set us on the firm foundation going into 2020, going into the biggest year of our history. What this will do is solidify our finances. We won't have to have this conversation. Ed and I can just look long term. We can look years out at planning our financial base. This will get it all knocked out. We don't have to have any reservations or calendar lining up or who can come when or who can find the best celebrity. Is that the right celebrity for our situation? All of those details we don't have to worry about. All we have to do, each of us, has to come up with 10, 15, maybe 20 names of people in our life that love us, because they're going to be given to you. They're not given to ISF. They're given to you. It's your personality. It's your relationships that are going to draw people to support our organization. So I'm going to come up with 20 or so names that I believe could come in at maybe $1,000 for this challenge to help me reach my $10,000 goal. And I'd like for each of you to sit down and say, I think I can come up with 20 names of people that I think could give $1,000. Or maybe you're like, I'm so busy, you know what? I'm just going to write a check for $10,000, be done with it, and going down the road. That would be awesome. I don't know if that's the case for everybody. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. And I do want to, on a side note, say, if this is something that is not the right timing in your life right now, do not hesitate to tell me, that's not a good fit for me right now. I love you, I support you, but that's not a good fit for me right now. I don't accept the challenge. That's fine. What I'm trying to do is give you something in your arsenal. When you call up somebody, you can say, I've been challenged to raise $10,000. Please help me reach this goal. This woman has challenged me and I have to reach my goal, or I'm going to be embarrassed, or whatever it is that you need to get your people to be compelled to act. And so what I'm going to do for you in order to support this is several things. Number one, the minute you finish with this video, I'm sorry it's so long, but this was a lot to talk about. The minute you finish this video, I want you to email me and say, I'm in. And if you want to tell me what you're going to challenge yourself to raise, that's cool. If not, that's fine too. Maybe you want to raise $20,000. Maybe you like a big challenge. I don't know. Maybe you want to try to raise $1,000. Maybe that's within your wheelhouse. Whatever it is, if you'll email me and let me know, that will start in motion a list of emails that I'm going to send you. The first email is going to be all of this in writing so that you can refer back to it. The second email is going to be a sample email, because I'm going to give you talking points for your elevator speech. When you're talking to somebody about ISF, you'll have 5 points that you can talk about. And the fifth point is, would you be okay if I email you more information? And then I'm going to send you that sample email so that it will have our video in it. It will have a link to our website. It will have a link to our Facebook account and everything. If they want to cyber stalk us, they can go do that. And then you can kind of circle back around with them and check in on them. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send you, aside from the emails, I'm going to send you a hard copy of a newsletter that has all of these exciting things that are going on right now with ISF in them. I mean, we had a team sitting in the stands when our women won the World Cup. We had people at the French Open. We had people in Greece working with refugees. We had people in Portugal doing football. We've had people all over the globe this year. We've already had teams in Japan. Sorry for that interruption. So anyway, I'm going to send you a newsletter with all those exciting things in it. I mean, you are going to be loaded for bear when you go talk to somebody about all the amazing things that's happening at ISF right now. So you're going to have full color brochures at your disposal. I'll probably try to get you 30 or 40 of those in the mail. You should have those by the end of the week. We're working on those now, just trying to get them all proofed and ready to go over to the printer. And so you'll have that. We have an awesome website that you can refer people to. We are very fresh with our Facebook posts. We keep updates constantly with all of our trips that are overseas right now. And so I'm going to hopefully give you everything you need to be able to go talk to your friends and do what needs to be done. And while we're here in the office, whatever questions you have, whatever you need, feel free to call us and let us know. But this is my challenge to you. This is the Founders Challenge. And I probably do need to mention there will be prizes. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. But there will be prizes for those of you that excel in this challenge. So anyway, that is my challenge to you. Like I said, you can take it or leave it, accept it or don't. But if we can just even remotely move towards that goal of everybody raising $10,000 each, we will be set to get our administrative assistant in place. I can hire somebody to help with our financial recording and everything, because the Olympics is going to be a huge cash situation. So we're going to need somebody that's going to help me with the bookkeeping. We're going to need people to help us with getting some promotional material done. We're going to need to get into some conferences and things that require fees to get in. So those are all the things that we need this financial support for. And I think this is a cool way just to simply challenge ourselves, sit down, make some notes, write out some names, have a little prayer time, and then just start talking to your friends. Because of all of the history times in ISF, this is definitely one where I don't think anybody should be ashamed of this ministry and what God is doing. We are on fire right now, and it's an exciting time to be at ISF. So that's my challenge to you. Email me right now. Let me know if you're in. I'll start sending you the emails, and we are off to the races, guys. Thanks so much.